Note: on Saturday, February 21st, 2026, we will go to the polls to elect 6 area council chairmen and 62 councillors. Voting starts at 8:30 a.m. in all polling units across.
Hello, welcome to a program, The Issues with Topsy Gimba. The Issue is a program that's coming on board freshly as it is on ASO television, where you watch programs that are really going on there or issues that will be discussed. Of course, this edition provides us an opportunity to look into various issues that are quite very relevant for Nigerians who sit there and watch us wherever it might be. ASO television is watched in Nigeria and even beyond. We are all on social media platforms where you click and watch us wherever you are. Of course, this edition this morning I consider very special because I'm hosting people who are more interested in life to see how agriculture can be inspired and become a sustainable aspect of life in Nigeria, because nobody lives without eating food and you cannot eat without cultivating. And in this or that note, this special group of people have come up with an initiative that they call themselves AgroStar reality TV show, where they'll be promoting agriculture within the minds of these young Nigerians. Of course, you know that today Nigerians, particularly those within the age bracket of 18 to 30 or 35, they're chasing money all over the place, and they're ignoring the traditional aspect of life where we're supposed to cultivate for the society to use and live and eat. But they feel money is the shortest way to get to popularity, and they do that constantly. And these people have seen it, if not checked, is likely to become a problem in the near future. And so they are creating this awareness in the mind of the Nigerian youth. With me in the studio is the head of production, AgroStar reality TV show, Savior Sunday Edit. It's a pleasure having you on ASO television this morning, Sunday.
Thank you very much, Mr. Topsy. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. If one sits there, watches and thinks AgroStar reality show, what does it mean?
Okay, first of all, thank you very much for giving me the platform and the opportunity to, for us to come and express and tell the whole nation the mission of our vision. First of all, AgroStar reality TV show is the first reality TV show on agriculture. AgroStar reality TV show was embedded out of passion that we realized that many of our Nigerian youths roam around the streets in desperate for white-collar job that is not forthcoming, that does not even exist. Because I keep saying that it doesn't exist. Now, this white-collar job, sometimes when you ask our teeming youth, what do you want in life? Some tell you they want to go and learn work, or they want to go and learn something. And when you ask, like, what kind of work will you love to learn? Many of them, 90% of them will tell you, I want to go into tech. And when you check very well, they don't really understand the tech, because I came to understand that the country we have is the country where computer science students graduated and still look for job at the POS center. So we now realize that there is one factor that has been neglected. There's one factor that has been forgotten. And this factor, the Gen Z generation are not aware of it. So we need to bring back their mind to be aware. How will a literature student actually know a story if he doesn't, either he read the story or he asked the story? So we decided to bring a program where the young people can actually come together and begin to do practical challenge and task on how agriculture is being done. And with this, we package it and we call it AgroStar reality TV show. So once you get into the challenge, you win from the challenge, then you get rewarded with minimum of 10 million naira as a grand prize in the challenge.
Wow. So this AgroStar reality TV show, is it a copy of what we used to know about a reality TV show that was sometimes periodically on our televisions?
No, AgroStar reality TV show is a void of imitation.
Okay.
It's a void of imitation. It has never been. If we check programs that have really come into this country, I'm sorry to call some other programs, the other big programs, but when it comes to a program that has to do with adventure, agriculture, and when we talk about agriculture is very broad, and we are going to bring in both our traditional farming, we are going to go into AI farming, and we are also going into the aquatic farming, all sort of farming. Last 2 years, 2023, in Akwa Ibom, we were in Akwa Ibom doing practical aspect of it, which we target then Ibom Fishing Festival. And the essence was to introduce all types of traditional fishing. And you know how the country is. And it was just to test run if how this agro-star will look like in 2026. So we started thinking and working on it. People coming together in one house, 30 housemates in one house, living like brothers and sisters, living together, then go out for farming, come back. What do they do with the farm products? How do they preserve it? How can they preserve tomato? And this tomato will not have a preservative method that will damage our kidney, our organs, and all of that. Now, how can they preserve cassava? Many of our youth does not even know that gari is made from cassava. Some of our Gen Z generation doesn't know where amala is being made from, how amala is being produced. So they will have to come into the house as young as they are. They have to produce the amala by themselves. They have to go to the farm, get the product, come back, go through all the processes and produce the real amala. Okay. And then at the end of the day, we also discover that our youths do not have a celebrating spirit. What do I mean by this celebrating spirit? Now, there were our fathers then who fought for agriculture, whose agriculture was their greatest means of income, and yet Nigerian became the giant of Africa in those times, in those days. Why will I say so? Ever since we discovered oil and gas and politics set in, our youth have been neglecting the area where their grandfathers actually used to send their fathers to school, bell houses and all of that. They now see agriculture for a prominent business. But recently, I had a shocking news where I went to Orange Market in Amaraba in Abuja here. And when I got there, I interviewed a young man. I still have that video on my YouTube channel. And I asked a young man, what do you do? He said, I sell onions. How much you make from a bag of onions? He said, actually, but this year is not really okay for me. I made 85,000 naira per bag this year. So I said, how many bags were you able to harvest? He plants the onions. He harvested the onions. And he said he has been able to harvest 1,500 bags on last December. So 1,500 bags of onions. How much? 80,000 naira times 1,500 bags of onions, sir. I'm talking about over hundreds of million naira. That young man has been, and this is a young man of less than 34 to 33 years. He said he's living in Kaduna. He used to come to Orange Market to sell onions. And he showed me his onions warehouse. It was massive. He has boys. And he's a young man. He's not into tech. I'm not disputing the fact that tech is very good, but can we mesh it? Can we do something out of tech? Can we take the tech back to our farm? There's money in the bush. Can we take the tech back to the bush? Can we use the tech in our bush, in our soil, in our waters, in our gutters? There are so many wells all over the bush. People are doing, I went to poultry farm recently and I realized that the young man that has is a very young person. And he has over 5,000 birds inside that poultry farm. And he said in every day he harvested not less than 100 crates of eggs. And 100 crates of eggs in the the local market is about 4,700. But in the in the major market is higher than that. But now let's look at 4,500 and 700 times that number every day. And the guy said after 1 year he's going to sell off his birds. And if he's to sell his bird, he said the minimum he sell is for 7,000 naira. So if he's selling his bird for 7,000 naira times 5,000 birds, then plus. So he said what he's spending in the whole year, he does not spend more than 50 million naira. But there is no year he does not go home with 200 to 300 million naira. Wow. And this is the area that our youth are not interested to listen to. Sure. So how do they know if we don't tell them? So we have to bring them, start with a practical aspect of it, put them in one house, give them tax, bring the tax master, bring the coach, bring the judges to judge. And then they go out, they go for the task every morning, they go for hook farming, hook fishing, they go for different type of farming tasks, and then while they come back home, they behave like brothers and sisters, and then they see their attitude, their character, because you can be a good farmer, but you might not be a good marketer. Yeah. So being a farmer or being a good agricultural business person, also you have to be prudent. Yeah. So we bring it together, and we also work on your attitude so that you can actually, people can collect that because it's food products. People can collect from you to eat. If you don't have a good character, you'll be scaring your fans.
Obviously.
Yes. So sir, that's it.
Okay. Is that your first time initiating this kind of program, or you've been doing that for some time? How long have you been doing that, if at all you have been doing that?
This is not actually my first time, but this is the first time we are going international. As a matter of fact, we have some contestants from Ghana and some from Cameroon currently now. Yeah. Contestants have already begun to sign in. And how do we get our contestants? We just throw our program open on social media, and people who are interested, they hop in. And then we don't ask them to pay a dime for registration fee. Wow. There's nothing like registration fee, because when we introduce that, yes, you just show interest. When we started the registration fee, some good Nigerians just say, please, if it is form, how much we supposed to be? I say 5,000, and then some of them begin to say, no, please, just get like 20%. I will pay for 20. Some will say, I will pay for 2. Some will pay. So we just discovered that there are some good Nigerians. So that is how we started, and we started getting contestants. Recently, we have registered about 3, 2 from Ghana and 1 from Cameroon, who is interested to join this contest, who saw it on social media. Now, we have been, the question of how long, since 2018, I met a woman which we started discussing about this. That was how the whole team started. We came together, but the capacity in terms of finance wasn't there. So we go solo, and then 2023 we came out to test run in Akwa Ibom, and we called it the Igbo Fishing Festival. Then when we test run it in Akwa Ibom, and it was not going so well, but we discovered that we achieved what we really wanted.
How you started?
Yes, that was how we started. So since 2018, 2023, we launched in the Igbo Fishing Festival, which was still part of the AgroStar reality TV show, but it was branded for the Akwa Ibom State due to their wealth of fish and aquatic farming over there. So 2025, we said we have to launch this to our youth in 2026. It has to be a revolution of increasing food. Nigerian used to be known, especially Benue State used to be known as the food basket of nation. Yeah. So I want our Gen Z to have that in their mindset, that Nigerians are great, not just by social media but influencing, but also in farming.
What a very wonderful initiative. Where are you going to keep them, and how long will they be kept?
Yes, by the special grace of God, you watch other programs that other housemates program is the same thing. We have already gotten a place in Abuja here, which when it comes to reality show, we don't disclose.
I know, I'm not
so we will all be in the same house. 30 people will be in the house together. 30 people. It's going to be, the male are called the farmers, the female are called the helpmates. Okay. Yes, the female go to the farm with basket, while the male go to the farm with hose and all of that. Then after the 30 days, the first 1 week, if the judges will come up with their scores, so the first one we will do eviction. So maybe 5 people will be evicted or so or more, depending on your character, depending on your strengths. Sometimes we also initiate the online voting, where you get voted for, and then your videos, the comments on your videos, the shares on your videos, the likes is part of the votes. In fact, it's actually the votes that we are expecting you to get. People have to like your videos, but we do our own work to ensure that your videos are always online. And then we also try to partner with television houses while the program is going on. I know we will not be live, but we do shoots and sent as we are shooting for herring. We are shooting, we are pushing for herring, and we are using up to 2 to 3 TV station to do that. So also television is one of it. In fact, he's the father of it. We also have the African Magic family involved. We approached them, we talked to them, they gave us their procedure. Other TV station, which we are still talking to due to the high cost.
So these agricultural maids and helpers or helps, or what do you call them, the women?
The women are the headmates.
The headmates.
Yes.
the question I want to find out from you, the crops they want to show to people, are they within the environment, or that's a particular farm again that's considered to be carefully chosen for that activity?
Yes. We have the in-house show is done in a service apartment, a beautiful apartment where our contestants, they have to be very comfortable. So that the mindset of that, a farmer stay in an hut should get out of your mind. Our farmers must stay under AC. They have to be well treated. Everything, fish, they will be well enjoy themselves.
Okay.
That is the service apartment. Then once it's time to go farming, they go with their location bosses. And we have gotten about 2 resorts, which is one of the resorts. I wouldn't want to mention it here. They're not paying us for advance anyway. After all, they're charging us. So one of the resorts has everything that we need, from the fish farming to the animal husbandries to every, the traditional farming, the machineries. In fact, they have the small boats where they can use to cross what the viewer will see as a river is a fish pond. Okay. It's not actually a river.
Yeah, I understand.
So these days we don't take people to the river. Yeah. So it's the resorts. So we move from the.
They get drowned like junior.
No. So we don't. We move people from the house. The house show is on its own. But after the house, we go for the exterior, which is the resorts. It's the resort that you have all kinds of farming method. All types of farming method, they will have it in that resort, and it's well secured. Is so beautiful that a child will say, I would love to have a farm.
Wow.
Where they will see how they are doing production, and there are real farmers who will coach them there in the farm, and who will give them tax and order, but those ones will be behind the scene.
Okay.
While they do the work and the viewers sees them, not the coach and the mentors who mentor them on how to farm.
For 30 days?
For 30 days. For 30 days.
So when are you starting?
All right. We are starting the online audition on the 1st of February. So by March, we are embarking on their costumes, because we don't expect any of them to come with clothes. We are embarking on their costume. The selected 30 will embark on their costumes, their shoes, their acts, their farmers' acts, everything about them. Their costumes will be ready on March 1st and 2nd week, and then 3rd week of March, the crew member will come in, stay for complete 2 weeks to set the equipment, the cameras, and all of that. Then 1st of April, they will enter the house. So by then they will not see the crew members. So actually, we have already started the pre-production, which is starting on the 1st of February, pre-production. So I think main production starts on the 1st of April. That's it. So, but all through we are shooting.
No, farming or agriculture cuts across use of technology for cultivation.
Yes.
Animal husbandry, so to speak.
Yes.
Is that to rear fish or chicken or all that?
Yes.
Are these areas are going to be taken care of? Are they going to be considered, each of these participants or your housemates, are they going to be found doing some of these things, either cultivating or keeping animals or either fish or whatever? Or are they going to be encapsulated and captured at the same time in the process within that 30 days?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first thing we do is, once we give a tax, the contestant will be shared into groups.
Okay.
Now, once the contestant has been shared into groups, they will be given each groups their task. Each group might be given a task to do cultivating and tilling. Tilling and cultivating. You know, the energy of tilling is much, and we know what we can give them. Recently, I went to a farm where they are planting cucumber. And we realized that cucumber can actually be harvested in 20 days.
Wow.
Yes.
If planted?
Yes, if planted. Oh, sorry, in 4 weeks.
In 4 weeks, rather.
In 4 weeks, if planted. So if our contestant embark on planting cucumber from the day we enter the academy.
Can be harvested?
Can be harvested before we leave.
Before you now leave the camp?
The camp.
Okay.
So, and before they enter the camp, we should be able to start doing the, most time, cucumber, you transplant it. Yeah. So we have to start the process before they arrive, a week too. And then once they arrive, they have to go and transplant it. In 4 weeks, we have already harvested.
Because I was to ask you, what are those crops you are likely to display for us?
Yes.
For these you are made to use so that we see.
Yes, we are going to display as many tribal crops. In Akwa Ibom, you don't have potato. Akwa Ibom don't grow potato. But there are tribes that grow potato. So the tribe that grow potato will come. Okay. And we also use the opportunity to teach Akwa Ibom people how to grow potato.
Yes.
Now, in Abuja here, where I stay in Abuja, we only have access to one particular kind of fish, which is the catfish. But there are many types of fish, and people only feel that it's only the catfish you can actually rear. Over here, I hardly see snail. They are aquatic animals, but they are there. So we are going to bring in all both the south means of farming and the east, the north, the entire region ways of farming, and mix it up for our contestant to go into it. Then we have our coach across all these means of farming. All the crops will be brought. Different crops, and we are still asking some of our coaches, some of our leaders. Somebody just said that there's an apple that grows at this size and it grows very plenty. This is the size of the apple, but it grows very GMO. I don't know. He said he's going to be one of our mentors in the house. So we have to interview him. He just chatted us, or when he saw the adverts, he said he would like to train people on how to grow this apple. And now, then before yesterday, I was in a farm, pawpaw farm, down there at Masaka. And right there, and somebody showed me pawpaw size, that the more the pawpaw rise, the more the fruits get bigger and plenty. So, and he has more than 300 to 500 stand of that pawpaw in that one farm. So there are so many things that many of us are not even aware, so many seed, so many crops that we are not even aware of. So I think we are going to bring in diverse crops for our youths, our people, and our viewers.
Okay, this 30 mates that you have and the helpmates put together 30, or the helpmate, their number is equally different. When you add the helpmates, how many do you get?
The farmers are 15. The helpmates are 15.
Okay, that makes the number 30.
Yes, that 30.
Okay.
That 30. We believe that once you're going to farm, there should be somebody helping you in the farm. So once you give you a portion,
sounds like a helper.
Like a helper.
So what food and bring to the
farmer in the farm.
Or the husband or where.
Yes, that is how our traditional farmers, our fathers used to do it. So sometimes they even go to the farm before their helpmates.
Yes.
And the helpmates will definitely cook and bring the food. And once the helpmates arrive, is to gather and arrange whatever
stones that are, and the wood and all
and
that.
The wood and plants, yes. Sometimes yes, the cultivating is mostly done by the maids. Not the while the tilling is done by the farmers, the men. So that is it. So we have 15 farmers, 15 helpmates.
Okay.
And one of the things we do is that we also bring in a little bit of culture into the program. And what do I mean by culture? These days, our Gen Z children, our Gen Z generation don't understand what is fairy tale. They don't understand what is moonlight play. So if you are a good farmer, you must enjoy moonlight play. So, and in moonlight play, we use the opportunity to celebrate languages. So there will be languages challenge where you are from Idoma and from Tifi and Tif, and we are from the same state too, but yet we don't speak the same thing, but we celebrate our languages. Yes. So it's an opportunity whereby we also use that opportunity to do language challenge, where we also train our own self. I told people the essence of me going for youth service was to go and learn people culture, but I realized that people going for youth service nowadays is just to go and marry or go and get husband. So I think introducing our culture and also introducing the heroes of our time, both the past heroes and the present heroes. And when we are celebrating heroes, it's not celebrating politicians. It's celebrating people who have actually taken agriculture serious. And then too, we also propose to take our contestant to big farms in Nigeria. Yes, we'll take them for tour. If we are doing the program in Abuja, who owns the big farms in Abuja? Let's go to their farms, pay course visit to their farms, walk around their farms, and also celebrate them for bringing in agriculture to the doorstep of our children. Okay. So that is part of the program.
Can you tell me those who form the board of this AgriStar reality show? How many are you that came up with this initiative?
Yes, currently now we are about five that came up with the initiative. Okay. We have the producer who is Dr. Esther Irebo, and myself who I started as the production manager and also director of creativity.
Wow.
Yes, and then we have someone who has been a man behind the scene when it comes to financial issues, okay. But he doesn't like. And then we have Mr. Adamu Alewa. Yeah. Adamu Alewa is one of our board member. We have Mr. Mohammed. Mohammed was here in your studio yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Mohammed. So we're just five that started as board of directors, but as we grow,
you can expand.
We have already expanded. We are up to 20 now, but the symmetry of the board of directors still remain the five for now. So depending on when this first edition elapses, we'll now, do
other things
at the other 15.
Are you considering meeting with the government, particularly this present administration? They call it Renew Hope Agenda. And one of the agenda inside what the present administration intends to do, agriculture is embedded into it.
Okay.
Yes. Do you ever imagine that there is a need for you to make headway to have access to the president in Villa? Because exactly what you are really doing is what the government has been hoping to see. How best can it do to turn this population, particularly the Gen Z that you already mentioned, to become productive in the field of or in the sector of agriculture? Are you looking at that to really expand it so that younger ones who will be watching this program will begin to feel and think differently than just be chasing money very unnecessarily? That's the way I see it. And whether or not you have thought of really incorporating the Ministry of Agriculture to be part of it, because what I see is you are fighting the subconsciousness of our young ones in the society on the importance of agriculture for a survival of a nation like Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir. If you ask me, every Nigerians will be very glad to have the government present in their programs. We have been making efforts to meet with the government parastatals on this, but it has been, so we said, let's keep doing our programs. Our reason is that the country, people just believe that if you don't have connection to the government, you can't do anything good. And we felt that no, we can actually do something. Let government also see. We are assisting government. We want to do the volunteer work for the government, because if somebody says that government will touch all the sectors and they will implement everything, that person may actually be lying. The government can actually touch all the sectors when there are people who are ready to drive the sectors and bring in ideas on how the sectors can actually be driven. We are in a situation, or we are in a city where the government, like a governor will have an advisor and he turned to start advising his advisor. Mm-hmm. So instead of the advisors that would have been advising the governor or the president, by the time you discover that it is even the president that is advising his advisors. So when you meet these advisors, some of them, it's so hard to even meet with them. They make it so difficult. But we pray and we keep opening for any government support, if that can come, and we keep praying for it. We have submitted letters to different ministries. We have even gone to the Ministry of the Senate President, on this, but we have not received any call ever since our letter was submitted.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
Let me tell you, the Minister of Agriculture and the Minister of State of Agriculture, both of them were senators.
Yes.
Before they were appointed. I'm talking about Awaka Kyari,
okay,
and Senator Sabi Abdullahi.
Okay.
These two, they were all senators when they were appointed by this administration.
Okay.
And they are very key because they know the law, because they make laws.
Yes.
And they are now policy executioners.
Yes.
They are the ones who formulate and execute programs, policies.
Yes, sir.
You know, now that this happens to be the first edition, they are likely to allow the Nigerian people to see. I think it is important we invite these personalities at the opening ceremony.
Yes, sir. We are.
And I believe people like Kyari, I know they can, Awaka Kyari, who is the Minister of Agriculture, and then the Minister of State, Senator Sabi Abdullahi. They are all here in the FCT area 11.
Yes, sir.
So the opening is very, very fundamental and key.
Yes, sir. You're very, very correct. The access is the problem. The problem in the country is having access. Like, we have made efforts meeting with the Minister of Agriculture. People keep promising us they're going to make sure our letter get to the Minister of Agriculture, to the Minister himself, but it's not really working. So we keep moving and moving. In fact, the last time we went to the National Assembly to even meet with maybe some of the lawmakers, it wasn't easy. Entering the National Assembly entails a whole lot of things, but we wouldn't want to go into that. So we just feel like if the project is nice, our youths are doing well. Recently, we wanted to embark on a symposium on agriculture for the young people, because the young people actually have hatred for government. Many, if you put 100% of them, the 80% of them will have a trait. Will tell you that they don't like government policy, and I keep telling them, it's not about you liking the government policy. It's about what policy have you also have or brought that government should like. You have to bring a policy. Everybody go on social media to banter people. We have so many activists on social media, and once a young man set up his ring lights and a camera phone, he start abusing. Why can't you channel that energy of abusing into something better for yourself? So I think what I believe in is that once we finish the first set and they see how productive our youth were, if you interview some of our contestants, this one will tell you, if you win 10 million, what will you do with it? They will tell you, I want to go into fish farming. I love fish farming. This one will tell you, I love poultry farming. This one will tell you, one even say that you want to go into, production of cottons. Production of cotton. I say, do you know how to do it? He say, yes. So we have discovered a whole lot of talent at the process of doing this. We have discovered people that can actually turn something to something. So, but the truth of the matter is, if government policy, if there is access, if there is anybody that can give us access to submit the vision of our mission to them, that would be very nice. And
Dr. Esther is one of the board members of this powerful initiative you have.
Yes.
And I understand she's equally a politician.
She's equally a politician.
Because David Mark is a member of African Democratic Congress, ADC. David Mark is a figure known in Nigeria. So if you want to make a major breakthrough, and then a person like Dr. Esther,
okay,
you talk to her, she gets to see David Mark, Senator David Mark.
Yes.
Now, whoever you want to talk to, you have access to that person very easily.
Okay, you're just giving us the idea now.
Because and David Mark doesn't have protocol. He's a man of the people. As I used to know him, and I believe he's still like that.
And it's from where the agriculture is.
Exactly. Yes. In fact, if you have access to him, I just want, because the takeoff of any initiatives gives an impression.
Yes, sir.
The beginning of a particular thing at the first initiative creates an impression in the minds of those who are really watching. And so if you start poorly, it creates a certain feeling in the people. But if you start with earnest, I have the conviction that definitely, because this program you have, honestly, I see it as something very, very special that we're supposed to find ourselves, key in and give the support that we're supposed to do, because it's agriculture.
Yes.
Can you just imagine, during the Naira redesigned, where people hardly can eat. Some people were even cooking stones to deceive members of their family, and the children will be sitting down waiting till all of them will now go to bed without cooking stone with that at that time. Because there was no chance to have food to eat.
Yes.
Some were eating drums just to live.
Yes.
Just to live, but it was very harmful to them.
Very harmful.
It was only when this government came about, like the way it is, I mean, Tinubu.
Yes.
That we are now buying rice.
Yes.
We play around with it. We can even throw some for dogs to eat.
Yes.
And you're coming up with this initiative requires being supported in any way possible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
In any way possible.
I think to add a little to that, when we also do a market interview, we go to markets to find out the price of
we do Vox Pop.
Yes, we do Vox Pop.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And then one of our outing, we discovered that food were very cheap last year. As in, people were there was so much food on ground.
That's it.
But some people will still tell you, oh, but there's no money to buy the food. But there is food on ground. I saw somebody say that a full basket of tomato was sold for 8,000 naira. And I said, 8,000 naira at Orange Market here. And I asked them, now that there is tomato, what is your plan for preservative? He said, there's no preservative. But the young boy in this program, but the young boy in this program have just told me that, sir, if you can give me bottles, provide me tomato, filled up this house, filled up this place, I will preserve it in a way that the tomato will stay for minimum of 6 months, no chemical for preservative.
You mean it?
My God, he is one of the contestants. And then another lady has come up. Currently now is preserving tomato, which I store in my office. I just kept it in my office so that I don't mistakenly use it in my house. Now, after that tomato stay for complete 3 months, as we agreed, I will now bring out that tomato. And then I'll ask her to do another one that will stay for 6 months before I can now present it to people who can actually sponsor her for her to produce a tomato that is not pest, that is not tin, but is inside bottle. And it can't perish for 3 months to 6 months, because one of the problems in Nigeria is that the preservative system is very bad. If you go to like where I come from in Oron, we have crayfish. When you hear about Oron,
that's
Akwa Ibom. The crayfish that they have, preservative is the problem. They have the fishes. Preservative is the problem. If you have a microwave in Norway, if you go to Norway today, the only thing they have as a major means of income is what we are eating here. They call it a stockfish. That stockfish, they don't eat the stockfish themselves. The only thing they do is that the oil of that stockfish is what they use to build their country. In Norway, they extract the oil from the fish, and they package the fish, they turn it to firewood. But it is the firewood that the Nigerians, our Igbo brothers, go package it and send it to our country. And we now put it inside water, soak it, and it becomes fish again. And we are buying stockfish with a high amount of money.
Are you serious?
That is what is happening. So, which of the states in Nigeria have a microwave oven to separate the oil from the fish, so that the fish can stand the test of time? That is why you see you buy fish in your house, before you know it's smelling, the next thing maggot is everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's because our preservative system is very bad, and this is part of the thing we are going to show in this show. Now, when you don't preserve in the days of plenty, the fish will not always be in the water like that.
Oh yes.
So when the time is not much comes, you now say that there is so much dryness in the land. Now that there is so much potato in Nigeria, if you check now in Abuja precisely, there are so many potato. If you carry 500 naira to the market, you buy plenty potato that you cannot even finish in 2 days.
Exactly.
So now that there are potato, there are so much food in Nigeria. What is our preservative method? How can we preserve this food? So these are part of the thing we would love to introduce to the government, if they are interested, for them to also bring it into the ministry. The ministry is not all about, television program. It should be more of practical. I went to the University of Abuja recently, and I interviewed some of the students from the Faculty of Agriculture.
Yeah.
And one of the students said, sir, the problem we have is that the school do more of theory
Than practical.
than practical. And one of the students asked me, sir, which of our professors have a farm? How many of our professors have farm? So the head of the HOD, the head of department, how many of them had farm that students can go and farm there?
Meanwhile, they are the lecturers
In this field.
leaders like department head and all that.
That is the problem.
No,
So
they don't have farmland.
they don't have. Now, a student in Faculty of Agriculture is carrying laptop, putting dye in his hair, blowing hair, doing that. Yeah, I know, entertainment is sweet, it's good, it's fantastic.
Meanwhile, he studies agriculture.
You are studying agriculture and you are having dreadlock and you are doing a laptop, you are doing singing inside the...
It's a misnomer.
No.
It's a misnomer.
It's not normal. I went to, we're having an interview, somebody said, this is a country where farmers, he said he is a farmer, he studied agriculture in school, but he's working in the bank. So I asked myself, how did you manage to do it? He said, well, that's the country we find ourselves. That it's not about what you study. So can we actually start with the agriculture? That every student of agriculture should be able to own a plot of land. And that is why we said, apart from giving our winner a 10 million naira sum off, we will give you a land in any location of your choice. In Nigeria, any location of your choice. If the land is bigger than us, we will rent it for you.
Yeah.
Then you farm there for complete 1 year, and let's see what you can bring out of it. So, if you can't go into farming, you should be able to go into fish farming. Whatever type of farming you want to go into, we will ensure that we are not going to touch your 10 million naira. We are not touching it.
It's your own.
It's your own. But you must be a farmer. So that by next 2027, when we are going to do this season 2, you would have been able to come and tell Nigeria, I was the winner of the last edition.
This is what I've done.
This is what I've done with.
Wow. It's only that because they say you threw this particular registration on internet, those who want to be members.
Yes.
You say you did it through internet to assess the number that your software got in.
Yes.
The 30. I was just imagining in southern Kaduna where ginger. Ginger is said to be a black gold. If you just have a little, you know how ginger is.
Yes, ginger.
Just 2 pieces like that, you pay closer to 500, 1,000.
Very expensive now.
Now you can imagine you have a sack or a bag of it.
A bag of it.
So that money, a lot of money in ginger. Did you get anybody from that side? I am from that area. I'm from southern part of Kaduna State.
Wow.
That's my area. I'm from Jama local government.
Wow.
That's my, and that's the hub, the epicenter. Let me say the hub where ginger is cultivated. We have Jama, we have Jaba, we have Kachia, we have Zongo. These local governments, they are the ones that are very active in ginger production. The market is huge internationally and even locally. Wow. Do you understand?
Oh, we see the contestants.
Yes. There's a need for encouragement.
Yes.
And nobody showed interest on that?
No. We only have mostly, since we, one of the another problem is, even when we are talking, saying that it's not all about tech, the tech is very, very necessary too, and social media awareness is very necessary in that area. We are currently, by the grace of God, building an app that we call Agro Marketplace, where that connects the buyers to the farmers. Yes. So, but before that is done, we have to go to those areas and get some of these farmers involved. So, I think before before I leave, I still need to solicit for sponsors or partners or supports from every Nigerians anywhere all over the world, whoever that is interested, whoever that see this as agriculture is a good investment. And we also call on sponsors. There are benefit for them if they come in. Honestly. There are benefit for them. No sponsor invest 1 naira into this show that
does not have its own benefits.
Yes.
Do you have an office?
Yes, we have an office.
Tell the viewers.
Currently, our office is at Wallgate Plaza. Wallgate Plaza. Our office is at Wallgate Plaza, Maraba.
Okay, Maraba. Okay, Wallgate. Yes. Soon after International Market in Maraba.
Yes, that is where our office is. And if you want to reach out to us, our number, I don't know.
Yes.
Our number is 08028795288. 88.
Say it again.
Take it again.
Keep saying this.
08028795288. That is our phone number. You can reach out to us. You come to the office.
What about WhatsApp? Is it that number can?
Yes. If you want to follow us on all our social media, you just go to www.agrostartv. www.agrostartv.com.
One what?
www.agrostartv.com. One word, all in small letters.
Say the number again.
And the phone number is 08028795288. That is our phone number. So you can reach out to us. We are all on all social media. Once you click to the website, it will take you to all our social media from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay. Savior Sunday Edit Head Production, AgroStar Reality TV Show. We are gradually coming to the end of the program. But if there's anything possibly you needed to have said but you couldn't, this opportunity stands out for you to do that right away before we draw the curtains to the program.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, if you are watching us and you love this program, you would love to be part of this program, please, you have a sister, you have a brother, you have somebody, and then you want the person to be part of it, please just tell the person and reach out to us. Once another thing that we are seeing is that people are really complaining that when they log into the website, the network is always, because of the jam packed. Please always reach out to the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is still the number I call to you.
Call it again.
The WhatsApp number is 08028795288. That is the WhatsApp number. That is the WhatsApp number. 08028795288. That is the WhatsApp number. Just reach out to us. Just send us message instead of wasting your time on the website. If you are having network problem, we'll reach out to you very fast and respond. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me feel you, Mr. Savior.
Thank you.
You are really a savior to the nation as you continue to create this initiative to ensure that it stands solidly on ground, and then we'll begin to get the benefit out of it. I appreciate you finding time to be with us on ASO Television.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, that's how far we can go on the program. They call it AgroStar Reality TV Show. My guest, Savior Sunday Edit, he is the head of production for that particular reality TV show. You all watch him and equally listen to him. What they have for this country, and I consider it to be very important because I believe this government needs this kind of people so that at the end of the day we can even eat and then export like the way America does to countries in the world, or should I say Ukraine, to most countries in the world. And I believe if they sustain this particular initiative, they are going to see it through. Thank you so much. My name again is Topsy Gimba. We shall come with yet another package. Do have a very lovely time, and then stay blessed, and bye-bye.
Citizens of the Federal Capital Territory, take note. On Saturday, February 21st, 2026, we will go to the polls to elect 6 area council chairmen and 62 councillors. Voting starts at 8:30 a.m. in all polling units across Amak, Abaji, Buari, Guagalada, Kuje, and Kwali. Remember, no PVC, no voting. Check your registration status now and know your polling unit. This is our city. Let's get the facts right. Abuja decides 2026. This message is brought to you by the Independent